Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's April 22nd, 2024. Today we'll see mostly sunny skies, highs in the lower 60s, zonal flow overhead with west winds. So no real weather today or tomorrow. Partly sunny skies for tomorrow with highs in the mid 60s. So we're going to be getting a little bit warmer as we move into the middle of the week. And we're gonna have a weak ridge overhead, so not gonna the good weather is not gonna last very long. But we shouldn't see any rain showers until Friday. And temperatures this morning, Ketchum and Haley are in the lower 30s. Up in Stanley, we're almost touching 20 degrees. And the mountain tops are in the low 20s. So good deep freeze last night for anyone chasing corn today. River is slightly up, but still way below action stage. We're at 3 feet at the Big Wood at the Haley location. Action stage is 5 feet, so quite a bit ways to get before we go there. Looking at the satellite view this morning, we have that low just to the northeast of us in Canada that brought us that kind of weak cold front yesterday. So it's going to keep migrating to the east, and then we'll just keep our eye on this closed low that's going to form out in the western Pacific here. That's going to move inward in the next few days or so. And we're going to develop this big trough over the western United States, and that's going to bring us some weather for Friday, but not too much. Looking at the HRRR forecast, see if I can get to it. It's cloud. So the HRRR forecast doesn't really have too much going on for today. Put this in motion, but you can see at the end of Tuesday that closed low is going to start spitting up some isolated thunder showers. Not really showing up on the forecast in our area here, but it's definitely caught my attention this morning. We'll have to see what happens with that with the newer models that come out over the next day or two. But right now, not looking like any precip falling until Friday. And looking at the mid-range forecast, the forecast dropped. It's looking more cooler, the temperatures, so it's a good change. Well, maybe not for everyone, but if you want to still chase some snow this winter, and we're looking at above precip for the next 2 weeks. So those are good news. Good news, at least for the precip. We need more water. We're just below average for the snow melt. And looking at our temperatures for Haley over the next week, you see we climb up into the upper 60s on Wednesday and then start going down as that trough enters our area for the weekend. It's looking like it's going to be in the mid 50s. It's not super cold, but not warm either. And I just want to look at some of the mountain forecasts for up at Titus with the storm coming in on Friday. You can see it's not going to produce that much, a tenth of an inch. Not even showing up to an inch of snow, and this isn't really a strong system, as we'll look at in a second here. And the temperatures are also going to be warm, so we're having around 34 degrees at 10,000 feet. So it's pretty warm spring snow. Let's look at the 500 millibar chart on the GFS, see what's going on. So you can see that low to northeast of us that brought those windy and cloudy conditions yesterday. And then we'll see slight bit of ridging today. You can't even really make it out, but the isobars are just slightly pointing upwards, meaning that we're going to have good weather. And then you can see Back this up a sec. So we have a closed low off the coast of the Southern California. That's going to move inland on Thursday, and then there's this bigger, more energy coming up from the Gulf of Alaska, coming down the coastline and forming this long, elongated trough that is not really just a good setup for us to get any moisture out of it. So we'll probably just have these little waves coming off of it, giving us like small amounts of energy or moisture. And then it looks like there's another low working its way down off that same energy and kind of sets us up with a southwest flow for Monday, Tuesday. Didn't really show like we were going to get anything with that, so maybe it's going to be another one of these surface cold fronts that seem to be just pretty dry and just give us wind and clouds instead of any moisture. So we'll keep an eye on that as the week progresses.